I was listening to some Freud today. I had a long drive, and I was listening to like the unconscious.
Why?
And
What? No, you gotta go to Jung. Skip the fucking dumbass Freud.
well, it's good to read all. I read some Jung, but I got bored the last time. I'll try it again. Wait, what's wrong with Freud? Because I like what he's talking about the dream state. I like his analysis on psychology, the unconscious mind, the pre-conscious mind.
Well, he goes into the collective unconscious, which you're tapping into a group soul, a cultural soul with your Islamic faith. And that's why when you started this, it felt like you're tapping into memories, ancestral memories, not even your ancestors. It could be anything, right? So, like, you've seen those black guy trying to be white. He's tapping into the white of the collective unconscious. It works for him, for some Mexicans. Some white guys who are just like fucking not tribal enough, they tap into some caveman memories, but the collective unconscious is everything. So you gotta read about the anima, the shadow, the self, the collective unconscious, or like, man, this guy will help you see through liars. Like, if you see someone make a face and they're resistant to something you say, like Sneako likes the color blue, and you go like, ugh, wait, no, I don't. That immediate resistance is because I triggered your shadow, the shadow that you're ignoring, that you love blue or bitches or whatever the fuck it is. And it helps you see through liars with women, with everyone in the workplace. Once you understand, like, the unconscious has to become conscious for you to go to the next level. So if you always talk about writers and books and writing a book, but you never do it, the internal and the external are not matching. So the unconscious is not becoming conscious. So it's actually it pushes through you like it's an elephant you gotta appease with peanuts. And this archetypal phenomena, there's different archetypes that push through you. Some people have the hero archetype. Their YouTube channels about saving people. That's you. It pushes through you. That you want to be a man, the hero. Some people, you're also ruled by the trickster archetype. You want to make funny YouTube videos that sometimes cost people's feelings, like Gideon. You heard my boy Gideon, right? You called him a Jew. Then you also have the outlaw archetype. Maybe you want to break the law and stuff. These are archetypes that push through you, that you have to transmute, and there's nothing you can do to get rid of them. So you can sit with a therapist all day. I debated 5 therapists, and they're all frozen because they're not allowed to use this stuff. And I said, one of the therapists said to me the dumbest thing. I said, this one's ruled by the ruler archetype. They want the Rolex, they want to rule, they want power. And she said, can't you just change your archetype? I'm like, if Sneako since 5 years old watched Hitler, Rome, all this empire documentaries, all this stuff that's like about war and conquering, up until he's 25 years old, and you strip that from him, what's left? It's not Sneako. And you couldn't strip it from him, meaning you can't change your archetype. They're formed through traumas, cracks in your psyche, soul, and mind. When you're a kid, you go through certain traumas. Like if a girl said, wow, you can't even climb at the playground. Some people get cracked by that, and they grow up to be red pill channels who hate women, right? And so something happens to everyone as a kid. And when you unpack it, you don't need therapy anymore. But you're going to cry when you unpack your unconscious traumas, for sure.
But you said you've been going to therapy.
I have a brother who's a therapist. I consider it the same shit, but people say it's very different. But I'm not going to lie. As much as he made me, like, I'm just a caveman without talking to him. You guys are a lot alike, you know, but he's into these kind of books. He got me into this stuff.
Is he Muslim?
Well, he's not religious, but he understands it's a psychic canopy that if you lose a loved one, you need religion to cope, or else you go through a darker period. So he understands the function of religion. Plus, he sees it with me. Like, he's like, wow, you're a Christian for 2 weeks when you moved to America and you just became famous and rich. It's like, yeah, it helped me a lot. But before that, I was just ruled by outlaw archetype. Now I even feel weird making a prank style or funny video. I feel like 99% of my content should be lifting my guys, and I go into my higher self, this kind of hero archetype. And that's what you've done. Like, I was like, you know, Sneako's content's all about saving Palestine. He kind of lost who he was. Well, it's good. It's good. If that's what your legacy is, you're saving souls, that's good.
I was listening to some